I will always tell Yaoundé that whether we have forces or not, separatist fighters or Ambas are a creation of Yaoundé. Hear me well. A creation of Yaoundé. Because before 2016, nobody was ever courageous in the history of the English speaking to carry up weapons and start running after people. It did not happen. But in the course of the crisis and in the course of arrogance and the blatant use of force, which the government thought it was the easiest way to subdue the people, it has now undergone metamorphosis from stones, rubber guns, cutlasses, Dane guns, to semi-AK, to AK, now to record propelled launchers, and the next day we'll start hearing that they have jet planes flying. Very possible. Yaoundé, let me tell you, you can be joking like that. These guys can go one day and hit a deal with mercenaries. And we know how mercenaries function. You know what happened to Equatorial Guinea of recent? If not that the mercenaries and their arrangements got foiled somewhere along the line, Obiano and Baza would have been unseated. Because mercenaries have a simple way of functioning. There are multi-billionaires working in the world that when you move to them and you enter a deal, I don't have money, can you help me remove this person? They survey your territorial boundaries and see what resources you have. If you agree, you can pay part, and part you come in, and after some time, they exploit your resources to the period that they have plus their interest. You can imagine how dangerous it is. To hear that, you now have mercenaries who are fighting. Yaoundé, if this thing goes further, I am not a prophet of doom. I am telling you under characteristics of warfare, that if you don't put it under control, don't be surprised that you start getting expatriates teleguiding these boys in the bush, and before you know it, you must start getting surprised on what could happen. We pray God we don't get to that. That's why anybody around the prime minister, I beg you, tell our father, Chief Dr. John Gute, that condition are critical. Don't come and tell him that no, in Jan, we have done everything, things are under control. No. Tell our prime minister the truth. That, Papa, I beg you, tell the head of state that the way we're looking at this war has been emphasized. We killed 6 Amba fighters whom we put in the hospital in Kumbo, but they came after that incident and burnt the security post in Jakiri. It means that they are still active. Until security forces were running hater-skater. I'm sorry to say that. Security forces, permit me, sorry. It's what I saw. So what does it mean? It means that if people could arrive somewhere and security forces take to their heels to reinforce before coming back, it means that their guerrilla warfare is fast becoming a threat. And I pray that we don't need to be losing lives. It is not our wish. This TV platform, Afrique Media, is out to solicit peace. And if we think that the powers that be, I have told persons before, Rita, as I'm running up, if people in Yaoundé are serious, send your children who are in the army and the military to the war front. The day a rocket propelled launcher removes the ears of one, you will see officers say, man, so come see that affair like Syria. But now that the children of poor people, you and I, are the ones dying, I'm sure that's why they are very comfortable. Let us get government ministers and their children and their relatives. We send them to Mwa. We send them to Nkambe and other areas that are a little bit complex. Then we'll begin to see that there's every reason for us to stop the fighting, prevent further deaths. I say whether it is military, Amba, or civilian, it is the life of a human being that matters. Yet we are not producing AK-47. Why do you think that we don't have roads, as you see many times on screen, in the news channel and all the like? Yet we are buying armored cars every day. It is witchcraft. Because we have been able to sit down, we call Ayuk Tabe and Co. down. Ayabacho Lucas down. Even the editor who's now blowing a different grammar down. Anybody down. I will say, what can we do to solve this issue? But we think that buying armor cars, recruiting children 18 years, 17 years, 19 years, when those children are recruiting, you say they cannot vote, but they can find one, they can hold a gun. It means that at the end of it, the people that man the powers in Yaoundé, they no longer value human lives. Rita, is bad to hear that. These are youth going. While the persons who are above, who are living injury time, are the ones sitting in their comfortable offices and say, allez-y, on veut la paix. You send. I know how difficult it could be for a new general in Bamenda. Because as he came, General Buba, few moves, but the moves are not giving. Now, special forces are going to Bamenda. It means we are determined to continue the killing. And the killing, you also have what called collateral damages. Should we sit and be calling for collateral damage where we can leave the General Bubas, the General whatever, and come back to a table where all of us talk peace and justice? No, justice and peace, not peace and justice. No. Justice, because as we kill persons, we will account for their lives when the war ends. Unless you have died. If you have not died on the wheelchair, we will take you on a wheelchair and come to the special tribunal. And you explain to us what happened, where you were, and why people were killed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.